Saddle up for a Lone Star State showdown. Match week 5 takes us to Texas's capital city of Austin. 2 of the last 3 MLS NEXT Pro champions, Austin FC 2 and North Texas SC meet, set to pin the next chapter of this Texas derby. Welcome inside Palmer Field at St. David's Performance Center, along with our Season Pass crew. I'm Jake Griffith. Thanks for joining us. North Texas SC, the reigning champions, they've turned the offense up a notch over these last 2 matches. 5 goals scored in their last 180 minutes after having just 4 in their first 3 fixtures of 2025. Head coach John Gall wants to see more aggressiveness from this North Texas side. That's a tall task against the second stingiest defense in MLS NEXT Pro this season, Austin FC 2. Just 3 goals allowed this season. The starting 11 for Austin FC 2 and head coach Brett Utley, a 4-3-3 formation. 3 changes from the match week 3 draw against City 2. Most notably, no Irvin Torres in the central midfield spot. They will have Mohamed Badawiya shifting up front as Alastwe will shift into that central midfield spot. Badawiya, the 17-year-old, will look to replicate some of that hold-up play, some of that finesse and creativity that Irvin Torres brings to the table. For North Texas SC and head coach John Gall, a 4-4-2 formation. 4 changes from the match week 4 win against Timbers 2. Most notably, a shape change, going with a 4-3-3 against Timbers 2 in that 2-1 win. John Gall coming into the week says, this is a derby match. It's a road fixture. We don't want to be defensive-minded. We want to come out on the front foot, shifting into now more of an attacking mindset formation. They'll have Sam Sarver, the rookie, along with Tyrick Scott as the 2 strikers up front. Both these coaches acknowledging the importance of the derby, especially North Texas. John Gall saying, this is our closest rival in the country. We want to go out here against a confident team in Austin FC 2, and we want to get these 3 points. North Texas looking for back-to-back road wins for the first time since September 8th and September 11th of last season. They have 17 all-time road wins as a club in MLS NEXT Pro. Gall saying that, look, whenever you play away, your opponent naturally is just able to start on the front foot. That's part of why Gall's switching into that 4-4-2 to mitigate what he expects aggressiveness of Austin FC 2. And he has told his team time and again this year ahead of away fixtures that you can't just play a wait-and-see game and absorb pressure from the other team. You have to take it to them. As for Brett Utley's bunch, he has joked multiple times this year about the environment that they get here at Palmer Field, calling it a mini Q2 stadium, much like what the environment the Austin FC first team experiences. He says North Texas, a competitive team. John Gall, he knows very well. He knows that this North Texas team is going to come out aggressively and bring it to his Austin FC side. Gloria Martinez-Resendez is our center referee. She sounds the whistle, and we are underway in Austin, Texas for Austin FC 2 and North Texas SC. St. David's Performance Center is the site, along with our Season Pass crew. Jake Griffith along with you this evening. Austin, Texas in the black with the alternating green stripes. North Texas in the all-white. Sarver applies pressure, and that's lifted out for a Gavin Gall throw-in. There's the North Texas kits featuring gold accents across them, invoking memories of the old Dallas burn. Many of the FC Dallas and North Texas SC fans alike pointed that out in the preseason when the new uniforms were dropped. This steered back to Antonio Carrera, getting his 2nd consecutive start as the 21-year-old goalkeeper turned in an impressive performance in his first appearance of 2025. 9 saves in that 2-1 come-from-behind win against Portland Timbers 2. John Gall was very high on his team's performance, especially the resiliency they showed in that win against Timbers 2 on the road. He acknowledged that the start was poor for North Texas. He felt like, in his own words, they should have been up about 3-1 at the half, as that long ball over the top will instead come to rest in the gloves of Marcus Alstrup. Fourth straight start for Alstrup, ranks 5th in the league in saves this season. Looking out wide for Jimmy Farkerlin, making his 3rd start of 2025 for Austin FC, but there is a whistle. Going back to John Gall, though, and that win against Timbers 2, he said that that was the most impressive thing, though, that the resiliency his team showed down the stretch. Malachi Molina ultimately picking up the match winner in stoppage time. John Gall called it a confidence-boosting result, not just because they got the 3 points, but the manner in which they got it. Trying to carry that momentum over into a matchup with Austin FC 2. Out of the reach of Farkerlin, one back again. This is guided to the feet of Malachi Molina, who will swing it to the back. Some pressure applied here by this high press from Austin FC. It pays dividends. A turnover forced as Chishla tries to carry it wide. Chishla's cross, back post, over the head of the leaping Farkerlin. That aggressive press from Austin FC 2 showing up early. Their head coach, Brett Utley, called it a key to the match that his team needs to accelerate the game in the right moments, while also still finding a way to be compact defensively, achieving 2 of those goals right there that Brett Utley set forth this week in training. Very nearly finding a goal that would have unlocked this contest. Nonetheless, we play on scoreless. Worked up that far touchline. Now given back up to Ian Charles. Charles trying to pick his spot to go forward, just out of the reach of Tyrick Scott. Scott's been a big catalyst on the attack, as expected this season for North Texas SC. 3 goal contributions, averaging just south of 1.5 shots on target per match. A team best. Alastue tries to be measured in that approach. A whistle will sound from Martinez Resendez, and a free kick given to Austin FC. Another whistle. Adrian Gonzalez taken down, and play quickly restarted. Austin FC 2, a week break following that draw with City 2 at Energizer Park, as that's headed out for Verdos throw-in. Brett Utley said earlier in the week he was happy with the effort and the energy that they played with, especially considering that was the first time that particular group of players had played together this season. They did get CJ Fodre into the lineup, into the starting 11 up front in that 0-0 draw with City 2. A big get back into the lineup too in that match, and it continues over to today with Alastue starting his 2nd consecutive fixture. Brett Utley emphasized the importance of Olastwe in the center of things for this Austin FC 2 side. Said Olastwe still getting his feet back underneath him, suffered a tough tackle during their match against Colorado Rapids that kept him out of the Minnesota United 2 loss. Something that Brett Utley felt like was a contributing factor to that performance against Minnesota United 2, albeit one that Utley has gone on record of saying was a largely positive performance. Really felt like they dominated that contest. Meanwhile, here's a whistle as an Austin FC 2 player is down. It was Aaron Cervantes who was taken down. Gonzalez and the aforementioned Olastwe over it. It's Gonzalez. Stands across up to that back post, and leaping out for it was Carrera. The 21-year-old FC Dallas Academy product, 4 appearances last season, 14 saves in those 4 appearances. Is 5 away from reaching his 2024 total already into 2025. It's turned over in the midfield and won back now by Austin FC 2. Abarca. Up that far channel now. Opportunity. This played to Grogan. Grogan knifing in. Knocked away. Falls to Olastwe. This shot popped toward goal and pushed over the bar. A last-second reaction from Antonio Carrera to just bat that over the crossbar. A good build-up initially as Grogan trying to knife his way inside. Olastwe to pick the pieces up there, then laid off to Badawia.
Can I hit the program or
That shot took a bit of a deflection off the boots of Badawia. Nonetheless, it results in a corner for Austin FC 2. Gonzalez will take it. In swinging ball, headed toward goal, headed high. Nico Van Ryan able to get up through traffic and get to that header, but couldn't put it on goal. Trying to generate more set-piece opportunities, something that this Austin FC side wants to do. 3 corners in the draw against City 2, but they've taken the fewest corners in the league this season. Tyrick Scott was trying to build a counterattack for Austin, or I should say for North Texas SC, and there is an Austin FC player down. It is Nico Van Ryan. Austin 2 training staff will come out to check on Nico Van Ryan. He's been a consistent face along the back so far this season for Austin FC 2, making his 4th consecutive start. He's played every minute of the previous 3. Ryan will be helped back to his feet and will walk off under his own power. A welcome sight if you're the Austin FC 2 side of things. See Von Ryan there at the top of your screen, just trying to work things out, set to rejoin his team. Play resumes off the drop ball. Charles touched inside, headed back toward goal and cleared away. Von Ryan does trot back on the pitch, has rejoined Austin FC2. Long ball, lifted ahead. It's Torquato out wide, looking for goal on the overlapping run. That pass out of the reach. There will be a change of possession via the throw in as Austin FC2 will have it. Passing hasn't been as crisp this season as John Gall and this North Texas SC coaching staff would like. 79.7% completion percentage on the season for North Texas SC. The passing completion percentage, the third lowest among all MLS Next Pro sides this season. Another throw in given. This is Gavin Gall on this near touchline, one of the newest acquisitions for North Texas SC, signed with this side back in March of this year, laid off to Ian Charles. Space to move for Molina now. He'll carry it on. Molina back out wide. Was looking for Ramirez, but the flag comes up offside. So far, John Gall's bunch has been able to control the pace of play early on. The possession numbers reflect that. 54% possession for North Texas SC. Nearly won back by the reigning MLS Next Pro champions. Bonachera tries to turn away from pressure, has it knocked away. Alstrup has it at his feet, looking for options going forward. This patience in the buildup is something that's so trademark for Brett Utley's side. In that match against Minnesota United, you would see Austin FC, if they didn't have the right passing lanes going forward, they'd instead cycle it along the back, take their time, wait for an opening to materialize before going forward. Picking their spots and being patient is really one of the themes for Brett Utley's team. In fact, he called that a key to victory today for Austin FC. North Texas SC transitioning though. Sarver leaves that pass short, and it's won back by Verdos. Defender goes to ground, knocked out of play by Gavin Gall. Bonachera will have a throw in. Make that Badawiya. Brett Utley does tell his team, though, time and again in 2025, that while they want to have control of the ball, have that possession, be possession-oriented, it's not just about having possession for possession's sake. North Texas SC showing more of that aggressiveness, something John Gall called a key to the match. Long ball lifted ahead. Alstrup will head it away from danger. It falls back to Tyrick Scott, who blasts that one wide, and Alstrup will have a goal kick. Alstrup lifts it ahead, short on the distribution. Walked back down the pitch and headed away by Von Ryan. Grogan with it now, giving up, Badawiya. Played ahead, Abarca now. Tries to take on two defenders, goes down, and this will be a free kick for Austin FC. Diego Abarca, the 19-year-old, really forcing the issue there. They did not have the numbers. Yet Abarca, for his efforts, able to win a free kick in somewhat of an inviting position here for Austin FC. Bit of an awkward angle outside this 18. Off these set pieces, an area that Brett Utley has challenged his team this season to attack in waves on. The second, the third ball in, Alastue's ball in, headed away. Quickly on the counter as North Texas SC, Sarver goes down, a heavy challenge, and we have our first booking of the evening.
Your attention, please. The official has issued a yellow card to number 34, Daniel Chisla of Austin FC2.
Daniel Chisla, the man shown yellow. Sarver was trying to break out and lead that charge. Sam Sarver has been a welcome pickup for this North Texas SC side. Drafted 41st overall by FC Dallas in this year's MLS Super Draft. Officially Chisla shown yellow. He'll carry that yellow the duration of this contest. Something he'll have to watch out for. Glancing header on, worked out wide. It's Malachi Molina now. Molina through the middle. His pass cut out. It will be a North Texas SC corner. On display there, how quickly North Texas SC can get out on those counterattacks. John Gall calling it a huge part of the identity of North Texas SC. So that's how the game is evolving. The best time to get at a team is when they're out of shape defensively. Anthony Ramirez will have this corner. Ramirez in swinging ball, headed out. Consecutive corners now coming for North Texas. Ramirez again has an option in Torquato to his right. Ramirez lobs this, top of the 18. Hit off the volley, but flubbed wide by Caleb Swan. They left Swan all alone there at the top of the 18. Not exactly the effort that Swan is looking for, as this cleared away by Carrera. Sarver now fights off one challenge from Gonzalez. Advantage played from distance. Ramirez gets a hold of that. This portion of the match is brought to you by O'Reilly, official auto parts partner of Austin FC2. Look back to Alstrup now. North Texas SC has extended their advantage in terms of possession, up to 55% possession now, but it's Austin FC2 who have the match's only shot on target. 3 total shots, as now Farkerlin will lay this one off to Bonachera. Given back to Farkerlin on the give and go. Farkerlin rolls it through, looking for Grogan. It's loose in front, cleared off the line. A recovery from Gavin Gall with the goal line clearance. Carrera was off his line. Had misread the speed of the ball toward Abarca. Charles trying to swing this out wide to Torquato. Helped on towards Sarver. Guided out. It will be a North Texas SC throw in. Austin FC2 in a flash, though, very nearly finding the match's first goal. Abarca was able to dribble past Carrera, but Gavin Gall with a goal line clearance. Sarver lays this one off. Swan works it out wide. Torquato's cross, intercepted, hacked away for a clearance by Alastaway. Farkerlin goes down on the aerial duel. No foul given, though. Looked up ahead to Swan, now out wide. It's Molina again. Molina cuts inside. Molina's shot deflected. Third corner of the first half coming for North Texas SC. Keeping the foot on the gas pedal and adhering to that aggressive mindset that John Gall wants to see from them. Ramirez, as there's some pushing and shoving inside the 6-yard box. Gloria Martinez Resendez has seen enough of it. Anthony Ramirez has created 9 scoring chances this season, one of the best creators on this North Texas SC side. Has it on this set piece, low line drive. Fiddles that wide, and it will be a goal kick. Well, Texas SC dialing up more of that aggressive press, a little too aggressive there. A whistle and a foul. Back they go, Alstrup. A little casual with that pass, some trouble at the back now. It's one back by North Texas. Torquato gonna roll it in behind. Swan plays this central, cleared away. That is how quickly North Texas can force issues and get out counter-attacking, counter-pressing. Up to 3 shots now for the reigning MLS Next Pro champions. Still no shots on target, however. Had 9 shots inside the 18-yard box in the win against Timbers 2. They've made a living on getting inside that opponent's 18. Second most touches taken inside the opposition 18 among all MLS Next Pro teams this year for NTSC. That ball falls to Scott now. Scott didn't like his options, gives it up to Molina. Now back to Scott. Bit of a heavy touch there for Scott. It's one back, though, by North Texas. rolled forward toward this near touchline, just out of the reach of Sam Sarver. And it is out for an Austin FC throw-in. Brett Utley preaches patience and picking your spots when to go forward for Austin FC too. But one thing he has emphasized this season, wanting more verticality from this team. Long balls forward. They haven't had many options going forward on the long balls. Farkerland carries it ahead and leaves it off for Abarca. There's 22 long passes completed so far tonight. Farkerland went down, a throw taken by Chishla. Alastue. Here's that patience on display. Aforementioned when talking about the match with Minnesota United here at Palmer Field. Worked ahead toward the byline, headed toward goal. It's Grogan knocking it in. The patience pays off for Austin FC2. Verdos are on the board, courtesy of Peter Grogan. 1-0, Austin FC. Some of that verticality on display, lifted out wide. How about that? The quick touch inside from Jorge Alastue. Peter Grogan doing the rest, all alone in front of goal. It's why they brought Grogan in, the former Bray Wanderers man. 7 goals, 3 assists in just 19 appearances in the League of Ireland. Now a second goal in 2025 for the Irishman. Austin FC 2 at the restart in front at home, 1-0. Now some high pressure applied here from Austin FC 2. Abarca wins it momentarily. Alastue goes to ground, try to keeps it. Now breaking out is North Texas SC. Torquato, flight on his feet, gets through 3 defenders. Now Sarver. Back to Torquato. Swan serves it out wide. It's pushed across, out wide, looking for Malachi Molina. Deflected away from Molina. Countering now is Austin FC. Grogan taken down, and that will be a free kick. The word balance, the word patience, 2 of the big buzzwords for this Austin FC2 side. Coming into this match against North Texas, Brett Utley had said that if they are patient in that build-up play, it will allow them to find some space, exploit the aggressiveness of North Texas SC, get guys in behind, ultimately finding that free player. The goal from Peter Grogan minutes ago, a textbook example of what Brett Utley is looking for from Austin FC 2. Here's Sarver, who will cycle this around out wide to Molina. Hickam will go back to Ian Charles. Ball falls to Ramirez. Worked up that far touchline now. Scott. Scott cuts inside. Scott tries to lift it inside, and it's headed away. Plenty of space to move now for Diego Abarca and Austin FC 2. Alastue will change the angle of the attack. Bonachera, former Villarreal CF Academy man, is Bonachera, who has it back. Again, here's more of that patience from Austin FC too. I'm sure by now, early on in this first half, sounding like a broken record, but it is such an important piece of how they break teams down. Finding that open man, that time it was Farkerlin, a little short on the pass. And now North Texas SC trying to get back into this contest on the counter. They rely heavily on that aggressiveness. Over a half hour in though, NTSC just hasn't seen the offensive mindedness so far that John Gall had wanted coming into this contest. No shots on target right now for North Texas SC. That despite 4 shots, 3 corners. This portion of the match is brought to you by Even Hotel, official hotel of Austin FC2. Nothing even about this contest right now. Verdos out in front 1-0, but North Texas SC trying to force their way back into this contest. It is a free kick awarded right on that far edge of the 18. Tyrick Scott able to win this set piece for North Texas SC. John Gall's been so high on the play of Tyrick Scott this season. They said coming into this season, we know what his qualities are. He brings a ton to the table, puts a ton of pressures on defenders, puts some pressure there on Austin FC's back line. The homegrown Ramirez, Dallas native, will have it. Ramirez lofts it toward that near post. Just goes sailing wide. Alstrup will get play restarted. A long goal clearance all the way back, I should say, toward Jimmy Farkerlin. Alastue will let it roll out. A throw won by Austin FC2, who have the lead thanks to Peter Grogan just a few minutes before the half-hour mark played. Finding that free player, accelerating the game in the right moments. What Brett Utley wanted to see, especially when it comes to connecting passes. It's not just about booting the ball forward. He did say this week that, yes, they are starting to turn that corner in terms of the verticality he wants, how quickly they can get vertical. But it's still all about balance, utilizing those short passes. 85% pass completion right now for Austin FC, and they're out on the counter now. Electing to slow things up, they'll steer it back to Bonachera. Chishla muscled off the ball that time by Torquato. Out and running is North Texas SC. Scott cuts to his right. Scott shot. Not enough to challenge Marcus Alstrup, his first save of the match. They didn't have the numbers yet. Tyrick Scott able to make something happen. Just didn't get enough on it as he sidesteps one defender, 41 in white there. Ostrop again, though, struggling with the distribution. Very nearly intercepted by Torquato and company. Long ball left short, deflected away by Ramirez. Grogan, the man who goes down, and Elastaway will quickly restart things. Lift ahead toward Farkerlin. Farkerlin has it knocked away, and that will be a corner awarded to Austin FC 2. North Texas had said they wanted to be the aggressive side coming into this. Right now, Austin FC 2, despite all that talk about being patient, they have been the aggressors so far, inviting that press in from North Texas SC, finding options over the top. Of their 51 passes completed, 41 of them have been long passes. They short the corner in. Second ball whipped to the near side. Out of the reach of Gomez, and that will go out for a goal kick. Defensively, this Austin FC 2 team causing some issues right now for North Texas SC, the way they're keeping their shape. Brett Utley said about this matchup that because of the mobility of North Texas SC, it can be a challenge. He wants his team to be compact defensively all evening, and defending 11 as a unit is a theme for this Austin FC 2 side. At the start of the season, Brett Utley said, look, we want to attack and defend all as an 11. They want to construct most of their attacks from the back, but he said the forward is really the first defender for this team. Meanwhile, the goalkeeper, the first attacker, as that's lifted over the top, looking for Elastaway, instead finding the end line. Elastaway does go down. Now training staff motioned onto the pitch. We saw Nico Von Ryan go down early. He ultimately returned to this contest, able to walk off under his own power. And now Jorge Elastaway, who picked up his second assist of 2025, off the dish to Peter Grogan. He'll be checked on by this training staff. Just a standalone game in MLS Next Pro this evening, this latest edition of this Texas Derby, which has slanted in favor of North Texas SC, especially over the last little bit. They lead the all-time series 2-1-2. They've earned 9 of a possible last 12 points against this Austin FC side, including a 2-1 win in September of last season. Elastaway is still down. Training staff now stretching that left leg out, those left hamstrings. There's a bit of a warm one in Austin FC. Right around kickoff, it was north of 80 degrees, still hovering right around that 80-degree mark, even with the wind coming into factor. Olastwe will trot off, a slow trot at that. If he can't return, that would be a big loss for Austin FC here in this first half. Already without Irvin Torres, not available for selection today. Did not make the matchday roster for the first time in 2025. And Olastwe will be subbed off. Anthony Deanda, the Californian, will come on for his third appearance of the season. A big hit if you're Austin FC too. Olastwe, he's been a creator all season long offensively for Austin FC too. Headed away by Gomez. That will draw a whistle from Martinez Resendez. Inviting position here on this free kick for Anthony Ramirez and North Texas SC. Ramirez lifts it out wide. Scott heads it in the middle, cleared away. Falls to Ramirez. North Texas pleading for a handball. Martinez Resendez says no. Out for an Austin FC2 throw-in. Make that a North Texas SC throw-in. You want me to get it in right now? It's a quick one. Lifted ahead, Chishla with the header clearance. Out for a throw. Deanda, can't believe it. Deanda adamant that it should be an Austin FC throw-in. This portion of the match is brought to you by Siete, official partner of Austin FC2. Played out wide. Molina tries to carve his way inside. Unable to after taking on two defenders. Now Farkerlin impeded. And that will draw another whistle from our center referee this evening, Gloria Martinez Resendez. In the foul department, been a relatively smooth contest there. Just 10 combined whistles. We have seen some extended stoppages for two Austin FC players who have gone down with knocks. Nico Von Ryan able to return. Jorge Olastwe unable to. Some issues with the distribution for Marcus Alstrup. That time errant going out. North Texas quickly on the throw. That's been a reoccurring theme in this first half. Third time that Alstrup has either turned it over in the run of play or given North Texas SC a throw in. Austin FC2 on it now. Here's Deanda. Wants to roll it in behind toward Grogan. That pass not online. Officially 4 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. Sarver can't hang on to it. Farkerlin now will play it ahead. Looking through the middle, cleared away. Badawiya had taken the touch, but just couldn't settle it through a lot of white shirts. And booted all the way back down. Von Ryan to clear the lines now for Austin FC2. Touched out throw given to North Texas SC. For so much of the latter part of this first half, especially after the goal from Peter Grogan, momentum had rested with Austin FC. Had done a really good job of countering the early burst in terms of aggressiveness from North Texas SC, but NTSC starting to refine that footing. Deonda taken down. A challenge applied by Josh Torquato. Now some pushing and shoving after the whistle, but no card, just a foul. Gomez, former Cal Baptist man, gets play restarted. Malachi Molina had been taken down, and that will award North Texas SC a free kick. Well, not long after I just lauded these teams for what was a relatively clean first half, these last couple minutes, the aggressiveness has ramped up a bit. Nonetheless, play back underway. Here's Malachi Molina. Ramirez gives it up to Swan. Swan signed in December of 2024. Former FC Dallas Academy product. Up ahead, looking for Tyrick Scott. Poked out. Scott and North Texas SC will have the throw. Austin FC doing a good job of staying compact defensively right now. Scott going against Jimmy Farkerlin. Laid back off to Molina. Looking inside, wanted Tyrick Scott flashing into the 18. Instead, won back by Austin FC. Deonda lobs this one out wide to Chisla. Abarca now through the middle. Passing has been so crisp tonight for Austin FC too. Just shy of 85% pass completion percentage. There's the whistle. Halftime has been reached in Austin, Texas. What was a back and forth affair finally opened up in favor of the home side. Peter Grogan depositing one to give Austin FC the lead heading into the break. At the half, our score 1-0 in favor of Austin FC 2. Our halftime show begins with a nod to Women's History Month, so we take you out to Chattanooga, Tennessee to meet some of the amazing women who work in MLS NEXT Pro.
Mariah Bernanke. I am the Director of Sports Medicine at Chattanooga FC. I am also the head athletic trainer and physical therapist with the first team.
My name is Melanie Schaefer, and I'm an assistant athletic trainer here at CFC.
I started out in performing arts, being an athletic trainer for an off-Broadway show, so I was working with professional dancers and actors, and then really enjoyed that job. Noticed things in my repertoire when I was treating and evaluating where I wanted to improve, and when COVID hit, I lost my job and I realized that was probably a good time to look into some continuing education. Decided on physical therapy school, went to University of Delaware, and then once I graduated, in that time I did an internship at Notre Dame where I worked with their women's soccer and men's lacrosse teams, and once I graduated I landed a spot here at CFC.
My path kind of starts a bit ago in 2017 whenever I was still in college. I had an intern class my senior year with an athletic trainer, and little did I know he was actually the head AT for CFC. And I pretty much told him like how much I love soccer, and I was obviously interested in athletic training. So he invited me to work with him over the summer after I graduated. And that's kind of where I developed my love for CFC and just the passion that a lot of people have for Chattanooga FC, and the care and the family orientedness of the club.
Since I've been here at Chattanooga, this role has grown in that I oversee not just the first team, but the other teams that we have had and that we're going to have. So I oversee the athletic trainer on the women's team, and then I'm also going to oversee the athletic trainer with MLS Next, our academy that we will be growing. It's a lot of growth for me as far as managing and leading other people. I want to be someone that's inspiring and understanding and supportive of the people that are under me and that I'm supervising, but also encourage them to grow. So that has been, for me, my area of growth since I've been here. The connections you get to make with the players, being someone that gets to see them day to day, check in on how their day before was, but also how their body is and how they are mentally, and then getting to be with them in sometimes the toughest times of the season when they're going through an injury, but then also the most exciting times of the season when they're making it back on the field.
This year we were able to get a lot of new data collecting equipment, and I haven't really been around a lot of that. So as an athletic trainer, being able to take the time to learn these tools, how do we apply them to the guys, how do we use them in our rehab, that's been super fun, and I'm looking forward to learning more this year.
Visibility is huge, seeing more women doing it, but I think if we're going all the way back to young children, so elementary, middle school, high school, getting more women involved in STEM is, I think, where we need to start for athletic training and physical therapy, and just educating on the opportunities, because it's, how's a child going to know that they're interested in something that they don't know about, that they don't know is out there to get involved in.
My mom worked in the healthcare field, so I grew up around it, so to me that was normal, whereas I understand that other people, that isn't their norm, but having that opportunity or that vision of being able to see themselves in any career that they choose.
For me, Women's History Month is recognizing people that have had to prove themselves in a field throughout history. And I think that especially now, I see so many more women represented in sports that it is really encouraging for me, and I hope it's encouraging for other people to know that women have a place in the world of sports. I think one way to recognize women is through equal pay, especially in the sports world, but also through all occupations. If women are doing the same work as men, I think that they should be paid the same.
Attracted, I'm hanging on like a fridge to a magnet. It's a jigsaw with all the right pieces. You and me, we go good together. You and I go good together. You and I, we go good together. We go good together.
Action.
Back in Austin, Texas, halftime at Palmer Field. The home side, Austin FC, leads it 1-0 over North Texas SC. Highlights and stats are coming up later in halftime, but first, it's time for Coach's Corner and a chat with Atlanta United's Steve Cook.
Welcome to another episode of Coach's Corner. I'm April Marie Aguilar, and today I'll be talking to Atlanta United 2's head coach, Mr. Steve Cook. How are you doing today, Coach? Why are you laughing at me?
I'm doing very well, thank you. That was a great introduction. It makes me sound fairly important, you know?
You are important. We've been having some great conversation, but we'll get right into it, Coach. Coach, you took your first coaching course at the age of 16. What got you into coaching at such a young age?
Well, it was really my dad. My dad kind of pushed me. I think he probably thought I was going to be in too much trouble if I was left to my own devices. So he kind of, as I was playing, shoved me into this coaching course. I had no idea why I was doing it. It was a great experience. I was with some really top players and top coaches at the time, and I just really enjoyed it. And then gradually, as time wore on, I became a little bit more obsessed with that and a little bit more connected to coaching and helping other people. And the rest is history. I kind of ran with it, and it was a great start. And I'm forever thankful to my dad for pushing me into it.
And you've been doing it now for over 30 years. Now in your third year as a head coach in MLS NEXT Pro, how does this experience compare to other places you've coached?
Yeah, different, and I think all those experiences are really important. I spoke to a couple of young coaches recently and talking about that breadth of experience. Don't just pigeonhole yourself into one line of work and one aspect of the job. Take those experiences, learn from everybody. I think it's really important as a coach to not only test yourself, but also accept great advice and learning from a lot of different sources. And I've been really blessed in my career to be around some top people, and I'm again really grateful for the opportunity here, and I'm really grateful for everybody who's brought me to this point.
And you've worked exclusively with academy teams and young players. How have those experiences helped shape your philosophy as a head coach?
I think my real philosophy as a head coach, especially with a group like this, is that everybody is developing. It's not just reserved for young players, it's reserved for every player. Everybody's learning, everybody's trying to improve and grow, everybody wants their career to move in a good direction. So I think for me, whether it's a 32-year-old coming down from the first team who needs minutes and a bit of time and a little bit of love maybe, then we're prepared to help that person with their career. And the same thing, somebody young at 15 coming into our group for the first time, they're all there to improve. I don't believe anybody stops growing or learning. I always think they can improve more and keep developing, and hopefully we're here to help them along that journey.
And with the mix of returning players and new additions, how do you see, or how has this group meshed together well so far?
Well, really great, and I can't speak highly enough for the players. They're so well connected. They're such a great group of guys, and I wouldn't tell you that if I didn't really mean it. And they're just such a hard-working group. They're a pleasure to be around every single day. They inspire me, and I think more importantly, they probably keep me feeling a little bit young at times as well. I feel it's just been a wonderful experience with this group of players. Now hopefully we can add more in and add more learning into what we're trying to do and keep improving. But so far so good, and it's all down to the players. They give us back way more than we give them.
And ultimately, Coach, what would you like to see from this team as the season progresses?
Well, I think we constantly have to keep evolving and keep growing and improving, and I think not just on the field but off the field as well. I think with these young players, it's not just about their careers on the field. They have to learn off the field and to be a good professional and to learn how to become, in some cases, men, you know, and young men. And I think our biggest challenge with this group is that sometimes we're getting players from a lot of different places, so we have to always evolve that togetherness, that sense of companionship, that sense of making sure we're all going in the same direction so that all of us can have good careers and all of us can keep improving.
Awesome. Well, best of luck to you guys this season, Coach. And for now, that's a wrap for this episode of Coach's Corner. Be sure to tune in next time to see who I'll be chatting with. For now, I'm April Marie Aguilar. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, I know I'm fully attracted. I'm hanging on like a fridge to a magnet. The jigsaw with all the right pieces. You and me, good together. You and I go good together. You and I, we go good together. We go good together.
Action.
Back in Austin, Texas, and St. David's Performance Center, it's 1-0 at the halftime break. Austin FC 2 leads it over North Texas SC. A chance to look at our first half highlights in this Texas derby. North Texas had said they wanted to come out and be aggressive, but it was Austin FC aggressive early. That one touched inside toward Peter Grogan. A goal line clearance from Gavin Gall kept it scoreless at that juncture. Attacking in waves has been a huge theme this season. We've seen it time and time again for Austin FC 2. Attacking in waves that time. A quick lift inside, and Peter Grogan from Ireland tossing, turning, and sending Austin FC 2 into a 1-0 advantage. It's Grogan's second goal of the season. Jorge Alastue picks up his second assist of 2025. Tyrick Scott later on in the first half, cutting to his right, trying to pull a goal back, unsuccessful. One stop for Marcus Alstrup in that first half. As we look at our halftime stats, 11 total shots, 6 in favor of North Texas SC, but John Gall's bunch just haven't seen that aggressiveness that they want. Just the one shot on target. Meanwhile, Austin FC 2, they have done a good job of keeping their shape defensively, managing and mitigating those North Texas SC counter-attacking opportunities. We haven't seen North Texas have an abundance of opportunities on the counter, which is something that they consistently do in their wins this season. Good counter-attacking team is North Texas SC. This is a standalone matchup today on Friday. However, match week 5 continues through the weekend. The independent derby, Carolina Core and Chattanooga FC, the two independent teams, will get Sunday going. Timbers 2, fresh off that very difficult setback at the hands of this North Texas SC side. Timbers 2 struck early into the contest, just minutes in. Then it was an equalizer, then a late winner for North Texas SC, a setback there. They go against Colorado Rapids 2, riding high off a big win against the Western Conference leaders St. Louis City 2, who will take on Ventura County FC. And then the Florida Derby. Big week for derbies in match week 5. We'll close match week 5 out at the Generation Adidas Cup. Orlando City B, Inter Miami 2 on Tuesday evening in Bradenton, Florida. Welcome back to Palmer Field in Austin, Texas. 1-0 in favor of Austin FC 2. Austin FC, their coach, Brett Utley, has reiterated time and again this season, be patient. They have been patient. We showed you during the halftime highlights the patience paying off, leading to the goal, also keeping that shape, which has cut down on the abilities of North Texas to counter. That has helped them into this 1-0 lead. This quickly in and ahead and cleared over the bar by North Texas SC. No changes at the half, but that is what we didn't see a lot of from North Texas SC in the first 45 minutes. A quick burst out of the locker room making up for that lack of aggressiveness in the first half. They started aggressive, did North Texas SC. Had a burst, a spell of possession in which they cycled the ball around but just couldn't find shots on target. Charles will clear that away on the move. It falls back to Landon Hickam. Worked ahead to Deonda. Deonda fighting through a challenge from Gavin Gall. Still Deonda. From distance, Alstrup barely misses it with the outstretched hand. Diego Abarca trying his hand at it. Keep an eye on 77 in black in the center of your screen. Deonda able to swing past one defender on the edge of the box. Diego Abarca, the Texan, former El Paso Locomotive man, misses inches wide. It stays 1-0 in favor of Austin FC 2. Some more issues with distribution. That's a theme that cropped up a few times for Marcus Alstrup. I should say Antonio Carrera, that is, and North Texas SC. Gomez pass forward, wanting Abarca, intercepted. Worked back ahead to Tyrick Scott. Couldn't straddle that stripe out wide, and it will be a throw in for Austin FC 2. Counting the first half, Austin FC 2's defense has really locked in. Just one goal allowed in the last 225 consecutive minutes played. Have not kept consecutive clean sheets since the 2023 season. That year they later went on to win the MLS Next Pro Cup. These are two of the last three MLS Next Pro winners as Malachi Molina runs out of room on the near side. Both these coaches acknowledged that fun little tie-in to this matchup as well. North Texas SC with that target squarely on their back this season, being the reigning MLS Next Pro champions. Brett Utley said, we know exactly what that's like. It's hard to be the defending champions in MLS Next Pro. You get everybody's best game night in and night out, and after a while that starts to wear on a team. You have to be outstanding physically and mentally to withstand that type of work rate from your opposition every single night. Here comes North Texas SC. Scott bumped off the ball. It's out for an NTSC throw-in. Swan lays it off to Scott. Touch back inside, hacked away by Abarca for a clearance. Scott will come back up with it at the byline, lifts it in. Again cleared away by Austin FC 2. Some struggles now clearing the lines for Austin 2. North Texas SC, that aggressiveness that John Gall has wanted, starting to show up now in the infancy of this second half. North Texas starting to turn the screws, give and go on the underlapping run. Torquato couldn't get to it though. Now watch that roll across the end line for a goal kick. You see Nico Von Ryan there in the middle of your screen, 5 in black. Put the hands up and wave them up and down as if to say, hey everybody, let's just calm down for a minute. That is the best spell of extended possession that North Texas has had this evening. Von Ryan goes forward. Molina tries to play it back ahead, and it's out for a Ruben Bonachera throw. What a move. Farkerlin able to get free. Too much weight behind that ball, though, out of the reach of Badawia. Whipped back on by Gonzalez. Verdos back on it. De Anda will work it out wide. It's Badawia. Nudged ahead, Farkerlin. Farkerlin cuts to his right, rolls it toward goal, deflected over the bar and out. The player of the match day and match day one, Jimmy Farkerlin, very nearly finding another goal this season. There was some traffic in front, but at the last minute, 45 in white, Ian Charles, the UCLA commit, able to deflect it over the bar. That gives Adrian Gonzalez, former Pachuca and LA Galaxy Academy man, the corner on this near flag. 3 corners now for Austin FC. Angling back post, headed toward goal. Alstrup, the quick grab in traffic. Gonzalez taken down by Caleb Swan. This will be a whistle. And now Gloria Martinez-Resendez walks over and has a stern word with Caleb Swan, the 18-year-old FC Dallas Academy product. Play back underway. Worked ahead to Gonzalez. This portion of the match is brought to you by Four Hands, official partner of Austin FC2. A turnover in the midfield, one back by North Texas SC. Looking for Sarver, cleared away from him. Hickam now. It's Scott. Scott tries to cut inside. Again, muscled off the ball. Austin FC2's defense has been so stout this evening. Farkerlin tripped though, couldn't corral that loose ball in. Here is Malachi Molina. Molina carries it wide, wants the cross, has it deflected out. "65 touches since the clock rolled over to the second half for North Texas SC. Being a bit more aggressive coming out of the halftime dressing room. Ramirez sails this back post. Swan races in. Second ball, lifted in, goal, pushes it, but pushes it wide. Tried the full extension, did Gavin Goal. Ahead, Gomez. His pass out of the reach. Passing percentage has dipped a touch for Austin FC2. They're completing about 85% of their passes in the first half. It's down to near 82. Here's De Anda spinning away from pressure. Long ball worked ahead toward Tyrick Scott. That's out of the reach of Scott. Austin FC have made a point for more verticality this season, using those long balls to get forward. But North Texas SC as well, they rely on those. They come into this contest 5th in long balls completed per match among all MLS Next Pro sides, 13th in completion percentage. This whipped out wide, Bonachera in stride. Has Farkerlin to his left, gives it to him. Here's Farkerlin, laid back off, Bonachera rolls it central, cleared out. A corner won by Austin FC2. The patience from Bonachera to lay it off, finding Farkerlin, who returns the favor. Eerily similar to the buildup that resulted in Austin FC2's opening goal. That time coded well defensively by North Texas. 4th corner of the match given to Austin FC2. Keep an eye on that back post. They love to play these balls to that back post, and they do it again. North Texas all over it. Bonachera tries to help it back along. Through the middle, again, Bonachera. Defender goes to ground. What a well-timed challenge to win it back. Equally impressive is the recovery, though, for Austin FC. Turnover forced in the attacking third. Now back they go, again in keeping with the principles of this Austin FC2 club. They want to build these attacks from the back. One thing Brett Utley has challenged his team to be better on is when building from the back in those patient approaches. Don't be so quick to play balls forward. He felt like against Colorado they were far too quick to do that. It made them defend too close to their own goal. That cleared out, and it will be a throw in for Verdos. Texas high pressing again, collapsing in on Austin FC. Bonachera, though, calm under that pressure. Knocked out of play away from Jimmy Farkerlin. Never so dangerous is Jimmy Farkerlin. 3 goal contributions on the young season. Brett Utley very, very high on the play of Jimmy Farkerlin. He says that he thinks his biggest growth this season especially has been in the work rate, understanding his defensive roles. Trying to break out from that defensive end of things is Austin FC2. Deonda has his pocket picked. That's something North Texas SC so good at. 8th in MLS Next Pro in possession won this season. 2nd most in the midfield at that. Worked on to Ramirez now. Ramirez lays it off, looking for Scott, who goes down. No whistle. Molina goes down, and this will draw a whistle. The North Texas touchline's not thrilled with the no call on what they felt like should have been a penalty as Tyrick Scott taken down. Nonetheless, the recovery effort to win the ball back from Malachi Molina. He draws a free kick for North Texas SC in quite the advantageous position. Ramirez. He'll take it. Ramirez, it gets through the wall, parried away by Alstrup. Alstrup officially making contact after it went out. A goal kick awarded. That ball expertly played through by Anthony Ramirez.
For North Texas SC in the 61st minute. Now on number 59, Christopher Salazar.
North Texas SC will switch things up. A host of changes. Michael Cortellesa will come on, as will Jaden Contreras.
As well as number 17, Jaden Contreras. Replacing number 51, Anthony Ramirez.
Christopher Salazar as well, the 17-year-old. Part of that triple change made by John Gall, trying to light a spark under his team. We've played over an hour now. North Texas SC have been the aggressors more in this second half than what we saw out of them in that first half. North of 70 touches now for NTSC in half number 2. Still nothing to show for it though. Just the one shot on target so far as it's worked out to Cortellesa. On the give and go, back to Cortellesa. Look at that end line. Bumped out of play by Deanda. Another corner one. John Gall had told his team this week in training, not just be aggressive, but they want to make Austin FC run, try to chase and get back in behind to recover, play through the outside of that mid-block. That time able to play through that outside and win a corner, their 5th. Contreras into the thick of it. Better clearance falls back to Swan. Second ball worked in. Bonachera heads it away. Contreras whips it back in. Charles gives it up to Kakush. Starting to attack in waves again is North Texas SC. Desperately pushing for that leveler. John Gall's bunch not as aggressive in that first half on the attack as you would have liked to see, but now here they come. Sarver lays it off wide. This one rolled central, deflected toward goal, and Alstrup will sprawl on top of it. Another stop for Marcus Alstrup keeps Austin FC out in front. Steer this one back to Antonio Carrera. The dual national as Antonio Carrera has Mexican and American citizenship, has made multiple youth international caps, 12 to be exact, for a variety of youth national teams. Here is Deanda tight-roping the touchline. Defensive recovery again on that outside. A throw won by North Texas and promptly taken. Sarver tried to slip it ahead, didn't have any options out wide. Worked ahead, back to Contreras again. Badawia stops on a dime. Badawia lays it off. Abarca wanted to touch it inside. It falls to Farkerlin. Still Farkerlin! And sails it high.
Your attention, please. Substitution for Austin FC2.
A different look up front for Brett Utley's side. Vlad Donchutu will come on and spell Mohamed Badawiya. Badawiya making his first start as a 17-year-old tonight. North Texas SC will respond with a quick change of their own. Alejandro Orzua, the 36th homegrown signing in FC Dallas club history, will come on in favor of Landon Hickam. When people talk about successful academies around MLS, plenty of people think of Real Salt Lake. They think of the Red Bull New York and NYCFC side, as North Texas will cross this toward Alstrup, who makes the grab. But FC Dallas, their youth academy side, deserves so much love. They lead all MLS teams with 43 homegrown signings. That's a word you hear a lot of, homegrown, that phrase, as North Texas SC whistled for a foul. And so what does that mean? What is a homegrown player? The homegrown player rule came about in 2008. It's a program that allows Major League Soccer teams to sign local players from their own development academies directly to first-team rosters. This North Texas SC side saw that this offseason. 7 NTSC players from last year's championship-winning team signing first-team deals in the offseason with FC Dallas. Here's Swan trying to play it in behind, looking for Contreras, and it's cleared out. Nudged ahead, looking for Urzua, and there is a whistle from Gloria Martinez Resendez. The caveat, though, with the homegrown player rule in MLS, to be able to place a player on the homegrown list, they must have resided in not just a home territory, but been in the youth development system for at least 1 season. One of the second-half changes made by John Gall, Alejandro Orzua, been with that FC Dallas Academy system since 2017. North Texas, the throw in. Whipped over to this near touchline. Not making much progress in going forward, though, is North Texas SC. Got it back to Carrera. Bonachera up ahead to Deonda. Back to Bonachera. Salazar able to win it back and clears it into the middle of the park. Long pass ahead, out of the reach of Contreras and out for a throw. A long throw in, headed back on by North Texas. Whipped forward as Contreras will run it down. Contreras looks to play it central. It's behind Salazar. Now Austin FC looking to break out now. This portion of the match is brought to you by Yeti, official and exclusive drinkware of Austin FC2. You can hear the Austin FC2 fans in attendance here at Palmer Field starting to roar back to life. Brett Utley time and again is credited so much of the success that Austin FC2 has experienced since coming into MLS Next Pro in 2023. He says a lot of it has been due to the fan support, the fan turnout, the way the community has invested in not just the Austin FC organization, but this MLS Next Pro side. We have another whistle from Martinez Resendez and a free kick coming for North Texas SC. Quickly rolled ahead. Here's Sam Sarver now, the former Indiana Hoosier. Sarver looking for Contreras, edge of the box. Left that pass short. An uncharacteristic miss this evening on the pass from Sam Sarver, who completing 91% of his passes tonight. Out across the touchline it goes again. Sarver, a product of the Columbus Crew SC Academy before being drafted by FC Dallas out of Indiana. It's almost a guarantee if you play at Indiana and you're a high-level player like Sam Sarver, multiple-time Big Ten first-team selection, that you are going to be a pro at a minimum, if not one of the top players in your draft class. As this played ahead, shot goes sailing high as Alstrup will watch it go into the netting. Glancing header on from Don Chutu. There's Don Chutu with it now, going against two defenders. It will be an Austin FC2 throw. Now a yellow card issued for time wasting. 18 combined fouls, but just the second booking of the evening now. Throw into the box. It is Vlad Don Chutu who's shown yellow, and now Anthony Deonda asking for an explanation from Gloria Martinez Resendez. Bonachera, another long throw, looking for Gomez. Worked back on by Abarca, but now North Texas SC an opportunity to transition into the attack, and it's cut out by Austin FC2. A big reason why Verdos has the 1-0 lead is plays like that in the midfield. Brett Utley had said ahead of this match that the speed of North Texas and their aggressiveness on the counter really would force Austin 2 to maintain a compact shape defensively. As Carrera will clear that one out, not before it goes for an Austin FC2 corner. Verdos has adhered to the game plan set forth by their head coach, and it has paid dividends. Abarca with it. 5 corners now for Austin FC 2. Abarca in swinging. Swung it a little too far in and overhit that. Texas SC able to come away unscathed. Since the half-hour mark, North Texas SC has been able to generate 4 shots, but just 1 of those have gone on target. They have been much improved in this second half as it's cleared out for another corner to Austin FC 2. But that improvement has not been significant enough to pull a goal back, and now Austin FC 2 starting to assert themselves. Similar to what we saw in the first half. The first 5-10 minutes, North Texas very aggressive. Austin FC 2 really settled in into the middle portion of the half. Abarca crosses this in, headed away by Charles. Second ball whipped on, again headed away. These contests between these sides have always had a flair for the dramatics, especially at the end. So by no means is North Texas SC out of it. Keep in mind, last year, what was a 2-1 win for North Texas SC. Austin FC 2, an equalizer in the 83rd minute, and then Diego Garcia in the 7th minute of stoppage time, netting the winner. It is always so hard to predict how things will finish out between these two Texas Derby foes. That is cleared out. Another throw awarded to Austin FC 2. Don Chutu, cross in from Farkerlin. Diving header away. Austin FC 2, though, starting to plant their flag more in this end. However, Bonachera promptly clears it out. Change of possession occurs. Heads up, there is an errant extra ball on the field. Nonetheless, we play on. Up ahead, Torquato now. He'll cross this in. On Ryan with the header away. It falls back to Torquato. Torquato has his shot deflected. That is how quickly North Texas can turn the pitch on its head. For their efforts, a corner awarded. They now have 6 corners in this contest. Torquato in swinger. Headed away, but a short header cleared. Second ball crossed in, punched away. Laid back off. This one rolled central. Ostrup can't get to it, and North Texas SC have pulled a goal back late. NTSC finding that elusive equalizer, and it's keeping their foot on the gas pedal, attacking aggressively like John Gall wanted to see. Laid off on that far channel, all alone at the penalty spot, Ian Charles. His second goal contribution of 2025, back on level footing in this Texas Derby. Charles, the UCLA commit. His 5th start of 2025, and the most important goal he scored to this juncture of the season. New life for the reigning Next Pro champions, but quickly ahead to Don Chutu. Don Chutu taken down, a free kick awarded. North Texas SC making a change just prior to that restart. And there is a yellow out of the pocket shown to Alejandro Orzua. It is Leo Orejarena making his 2nd appearance of 2025. He is the change made by John Gall. Whipped over, back post, Abarca comes flying in. A heavy collision with Carrera. A corner awarded to Austin FC. Abarca with it. Leaves it short, headed away by Torquato. Hit off the volley, but blocked from Bonachera. Austin FC, too, will go back to work in their trademark build from the back. Too much weight behind that long ball forward, way out of the reach of Jimmy Farkerlin. This portion of the match is brought to you by St. David's Healthcare, official and exclusive healthcare partner of Austin FC2. Picked up to this near side now. Deonda will cut into the middle. Cross left short as they try to single out Jimmy Farkerlin again. All the momentum right now resting with North Texas SC. Their head coach John Gall there at the top of your screen cheering his team on. For North Texas SC, this match playing out a bit similarly to what we saw against Timbers 2. Didn't have the type of effort they wanted in the first half, but it's won back here by Austin FC to Farkerlin, but the flag is up. North Texas SC tonight didn't have the type of front-footed mentality in that first half that John Gall had wanted to see, but the second half has been a much, much different story for North Texas.
Now coming in, number 31, Chris Avila.
5 shots for North Texas SC, 2 on target in this second half. Chris Avila will come on as Austin FC makes another change. Cleared away by Antonio Gomez. That back 4 of Austin FC2 have put in quite the shift this evening. Bonachera, Gomez, Von Ryan, and Chishla have all gone the distance so far. Played ahead. Here is Salazar for North Texas SC. Swan will give it up out wide, trying to roll it in behind to Salazar. Goal kick promptly awarded to Marcus Alstrup and company. Gomez now over to Von Ryan as again Austin FC2 trying to slow this tempo down, invite some of that pressure in from North Texas SC. Find balls over the top and through the middle. Abarca picks the pieces up, steers it out wide to Bonachera. Ryan carries it on, played out wide. Here's Avila now, has support. It's Bonachera. Bonachera's cross, back post, looking for Farkerlin. A bit overhit, recovered by Farkerlin. Knifing in as Chishla coughed it up. Quado now muscled down, a heavy challenge. This near channel, again coming in from behind. A strong challenge, and this will be more than a foul. Anthony Deonda shown yellow. Michael Cordelesa down in a heap, slow to get up. Contreras resumes play. North Texas SC surging late, thanks largely in part to the goal in this second half from Ian Charles. Whipped ahead to Contreras now. Brilliant pass, back to Torquato. It's rolled central, falls back to Torquato now. Laid off, shot from distance, goes skipping wide. North Texas SC over these last 10 minutes have really been able to expose some spacing in this mid-block from Austin FC2. John Gall had emphasized that coming into this match, wanting to use the wide areas to their advantage. It may not have worked in the first half, but it has started to work the longer this contest has dragged on. Austin FC struggling to hold on to possession. Defender goes to ground, and Abarca whistled for a foul. Now Abarca shown yellow.
Your attention, please. A yellow card has presented to Austin FC2's number 77, Diego Abarca, in the 90th minute.
It's Don Chutu, Deonda, Chishla, and Abarca all carrying yellows now for Austin FC2. Whipped ahead into traffic. Takes a fortuitous bounce for North Texas. Hacked away for a Nico Von Ryan clearance.
There will be a minimum of 4 minutes.
4 minutes of stoppage time here at the end of regulation. A reminder, if we stay level, we will head to the penalty shootout. North Texas SC, though, on it now. Chipped back forward, again cleared away by Gomez. Out wide, Cordelesa fights off a challenge. Cordelesa whips a cross in, headed away. Now out and running is Chris Avila. Avila has it knocked away, tried to take on one too many defenders. Things really opening up right now at the end of this contest for Austin FC2 and North Texas SC. Headed forward by North Texas SC. A heavy, heavy collision behind the play. Antonio Gomez is down, and Leo Orejarena shown yellow. Over 2 of the 4 allotted for stoppage time here at the end of this contest have elapsed. Long ball lobbed forward by Gomez, out wide. Deonda can't corral it in. Worked back on though, Donchutu. Donchutu handcuffed by the defender, and now here comes Caleb Swan, who's taken down. Swan wanted to quickly restart that. Official had other ideas. Worked ahead, out wide. It's Torquato now. Orejarena leaves it off. Swan. They work it around to this near side. Cordelesa. Now it's North Texas SC showing great patience. Lifted toward goal. An errant cross in. Alstrup. That one hangs high in the air, glancing header on. Now Swan plays it up ahead to Contreras. Advantage played, North Texas. Martinez Resendez initially looked like she would let it play out, and now the whistle sounds. End of regulation. All level at 1 apiece in Austin, Texas. But in MLS Next Pro, when we finish regulation level, that's not the end of the contest. To penalty shootout we go at St. David's Performance Center.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
At the end of regulation, since the teams are tied on the scoreboard, the match will extend to a shootout, with each team having 5 attempts. If the teams are tied after 5 attempts, they will go to sudden death. The shootout winner will receive an extra point in the regular season standings.
The point system on your screen. Regulation win, good enough for 3 points. That won't come into play tonight, and now these teams focus on that second bullet point. Who can earn the extra point in the table? Austin FC, their second consecutive penalty shootout. Lost one to St. Louis City 2 on the road in match week 3. Here is how we got to this point. Austin FC 2 and Brett Utley had wanted to try to pick their spots going forward. Go wide, funnel things inside. They do it successfully there as Peter Grogan gets his second goal of 2025. That shot Austin into a 1-0 advantage that lasted for a very long time, in toward the 80th minute. Never say die though, North Texas. A ball whipped toward goal, punched away by Alstrup. Torquato would get it back. He'd roll this central. Ian Charles is there. Alstrup got a piece of it, not enough to deflect it out. That would put the contest back on level terms. And that is how it finished. 1-1 through 45, or I should say through 90 minutes of play. North Texas SC has been very good in a small sample size in penalties awarded. Converted 2 penalty attempts so far on the young season. Officially going into the books is the third all-time draw between these two teams. The all-time series moves to 2-1-3 in favor of North Texas SC. Twice last year in 3 contests, these two sides needed penalties to decide the winner. North Texas, back in June of 2024, won it 5-3 on penalties after a 3-3 draw. In August, here at Palmer Field, Austin FC, after a 1-1 regulation, earned the extra point 5-4 in penalties. North Texas will start things out. They score. Alejandro Urzua converts NTSC's first penalty opportunity. A strong way to start out if you're John Gall's bunch. A casual walk up. Alstrup guesses wrong, and it's buried on this near side by Urzua. Now Ruben Bonachera will step to the spot for Austin FC 2, looking to level this penalty shootout. Bonachera chips the keeper and scores. Bonachera did not attempt a penalty last season, but a tidy finish there to put it 1-1 through our first leg of this shootout. North Texas stopped by Alstrup. At full stretch, Marcus Alstrup, the Dane, able to block Ian Charles' attempt away. Charles, the man who scored late to put the contest back 1-1 for North Texas SC. Alstrup had got a piece of that effort, and now Alstrup returning the favor to Ian Charles. Ball at the feet of Adrian Gonzalez. A A chance to send Austin FC2 into a 2-1 advantage. Gonzalez scores! Just a slow, plodding approach to the ball as Carrera goes lunging to his left, right down the middle goes Adrian Gonzalez. The 21-year-old out of California, former LA Galaxy Academy man. It's a 2-1 lead now into this third leg for Austin FC2. Texas, they bury it. Isaiah Kakush, the 16-year-old out of Arizona, just tucks it in on this near corner. Alstrup guessed right. A little slow off his line, though. Now Diego Abarca, a 19-year-old midfielder. Former El Paso Locomotive man. Abarca stopped by Carrera. It's not just the penalty taker shining in this shootout. A save for each goalkeeper. Carrera denying Abarca. Through 3 legs, 2-2. Leo Orejarena, the 16-year-old out of Illinois. A huge spot for the teenager. The stutter step, the chip, and North Texas SC, at least for a moment, out in front 3-2. Just a teenager, but this is some veteran savvy here from Orejarena. The stutter step in the buildup, freezing Marcus Alstrup, and then just chipping it down the middle. Now here is Jimmy Farkerlin, the talisman for this Austin FC2 side. Farkerlin denied again by Carrera. On the heels of a 9-save performance against Portland Timbers 2, heroics from the 21-year-old Carrera. 2 stops in the penalty shootout. Now a chance for North Texas SC. And Contreras to ice this contest and snatch the extra point. Contreras, Academy product, former Houston Dynamo man. He scores! North Texas SC takes the extra point on the road.
At the end of the match, the final score is
1 point earned for the draw, and an extra point in the Western Conference table earned for the shootout win. North Texas SC propelling themselves into a tie for second in the Western Conference table. What a come-from-behind performance for North Texas SC. John Gall's bunch ending on a high note in this Texas Derby contest. Our man of the match for tonight's contest, Peter Grogan, getting the scoring going just shy of the half-hour mark. A little flip into the middle, headed home past Antonio Carrera, his second goal of 2025. He is the man of the match for Austin FC, but it's North Texas SC riding high into an upcoming matchup with Colorado Rapids 2. What an effort for North Texas SC, for our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew. I'm Jake Griffith. Once again, our final 1-1 after regulation. North Texas wins the shootout 4-2. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Good night from Austin, Texas.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.